Up YouTube, it is your girl Creole Barbie here with Creole Barbie TV. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Creole Barbie. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe below to my channel in order to be a part of the hottest movement, and that is indeed, in fact, the Barbie gang. Once you press that bell notification, as well, after clicking the subscribe button, to ensure that you do not miss out on any of my videos that I upload. Channel, and it's your first time visiting, welcome. Basically what I do on my channel is I speak about anything from general topics all the way up to what I'm currently doing right now, and that is lifestyle working at the USPS. And the USPS is an abbreviation for United States Postal Service. Just in case you guys didn't know. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and get into the video. I want to thank everybody for basically commenting on this channel, showing me all type of love, and asking questions. I love the interaction that you and I have within each other. Like, you guys are the greatest. You guys basically put so much faith in me with answering your questions, and I greatly appreciate it. First, I want to basically talk to you guys about the application process with the USPS. And what I mean by that when I say process is basically the status of your application. So after you submit your application and you take the exam that comes with whatever position you apply for, you will see in the application status, it'll say application entry, EXT. Entry means that your application has been submitted to the United States Postal Service. However, they have not based a decision based on your test score and based on your application. So once that decision is made, then they will go ahead with another step. And another step that you'll see in the application is basically, it'll say application offer. So that means that they actually sent you an offer letter with a position and you have to accept or decline. Now, keep in mind that you have a short period of time to accept or decline before they move on to the next candidate. So therefore, you have to be checking your email on a regular basis. Now, the post office takes an extremely long time at times when contacting you. Therefore, you have to be patient. It's not that they passed over your application or anything of that nature. It's just that it takes a while within getting hired and starting and hearing things back, because everything is based on email. At no time will they ever call you in for an interview. Application offer phase is when you'll do your GIS background check, your drug screen consent, and also your fingerprinting. So that by itself will take some time. Even when you do your background check and your drug screen consent, it still takes a while until you go get your fingerprints done. So do not be discouraged. It's just a really long waiting period. I don't know why it's so long, but for everyone it's long. Even for myself, literally I applied on September 3rd of last year, and I didn't start working for the post office until November 9th. That was my orientation day. So as you can see, that's how long it actually takes. It takes a while to even get started. Kind of keep yourself occupied, because when they come, trust me, it will come. Another step after the offer phase is that you'll be placed on a hiring list, okay? So that hiring list is basically ranked on your test scores of when they'll contact you. That's why I say it is absolutely necessary, completely necessary, to try to score as high as possible when applying for the post office, because you want to be ranked high. You have veterans that will be coming in, applying for these positions, and just because they were a veteran, they already will get more points. Therefore, it is completely necessary that you go ahead and score as high as possible when applying for the post office. Now, if you're going to do an exam, the exam for a PSC, Mail Processing Clerk, is basically general knowledge / memory coding, okay? So, as long as you have a good memorization skills and you're able to read effectively and Another step after the offer phase is that you'll be placed on a hiring list, okay? So that hiring list is basically ranked on your test scores of when they'll contact you. That's why I say it is absolutely necessary, completely necessary, to try to score as high as possible when applying for the post office, because you want to be ranked high. You have veterans that will be coming in, applying for these positions, and just because they were a veteran, they already will get more points. Therefore, it is completely necessary that you go ahead and score as high as possible when applying for the post office. Now, if you're going to do an exam, the exam for a PSC, mail processing clerk, is basically general knowledge / memory coding, okay? So, as long as you have a good memorization skills and you're able to read effectively and mail at a station, or you could be simply putting labels in pouches for pouching. You could be working in pouching where you're scanning mail pieces as well. So mail processing clerk is just a bit, but it's a wide range of a mail processing clerk. It's just not one position for a mail processing clerk. You can be doing different things as an MP, a mail processing clerk, just so you know. Now, as a PSC, you're going to be doing things that you do not want to do. Meaning, I work in automation, but sometimes if the plant is short on staff, they'll send me to 4-1 where I have to work in spuds, where I'm scanning mail pieces all day. Now, for me, that's boring because on the second floor where I work in automation, we're continually in a fast-paced environment. So for me to slow down after working all day, that puts me to sleep. I say no. You pretty much have to do whatever. You have to float around on different machines that you don't want to do, or work with different people and things of that nature. Also, they're called mandatory overtime for PSCs, and you will have to stay if you want to get called back on being a permanent at a position for the post office. Now, one thing I have to tell you, the difference between a temporary assignment and a 360 PSC. So, a temporary assignment means that you'll work anywhere between a month to 3 months for the Postal Service, and then they will terminate you, and then they'll put you on a hiring list to being brought back. As a PSC, mail processing clerk, you'll work 360 days. They'll let you off for 5 days for a 5-day break. During that 5-day break, they are evaluating everything that you gave break. They'll bring you back, and you'll keep renewing that 5-day break and working 360 until you become career. When you're a PSC as a 360, you're on the waiting list to becoming career. Basically, how you become career is if somebody gets fired or retired. Those are the only 2 ways. And everything is based on seniority at the post office. So therefore, you can't really bump anyone up or bump anyone out. You pretty much have to just wait your turn and things of that nature. That's why it's good to have a good test score, because if you came in an orientation class with 10 people and you made 100 and everyone else made lower scores, well, guess what? You just on top of that list. So therefore, it's always good to make sure that you have a good test score. And I can't stress it enough. Make sure you have a good exam score when applying for the post office. Now, after you completed orientation and your first day on the floor as a PSC mail processing clerk, you will be given a form. A form is a 1020 time-in. Therefore, what you have to do is put in BT. That's begin tour. Also, everything is based on military time. So if you don't know it, I suggest you to know it, or try to get like one of those time charts that has your regular time converted to military time, because you'll be needing to know military time when working there. Now, also, everything is based on abbreviation. So tours are a different term for shifts. They don't say like morning, night, or afternoon shift. It'll be more like tour 1, tour 2, tour 3. Tour 3 is the mid-afternoon, the overnight shift, and then tour 2 would be the morning shift. anything like that, you'll have to put OL, which is on lunch, and the time you went if you don't have a time card. If you have a time card, you'll just hit OL and then swipe your time card. It'll say accept and then you go on lunch. Your supervisor will tell you 50 unit for your lunch break. That means 30 minutes. So these are things to know that, because it all plays a part in you being brought back or not getting your write-up. Also, when you come back from lunch, you'll put in IL, which is in lunch, and then you'll put whatever unit you're working on. So if you're working automation, you'll hit 918. That means you're back in lunch and you're back on the first dispatch. If you're not in automation, you'll just hit 918 and whatever unit number you report to. And if you ever have to go to a different unit, which means unit means different department. So if you ever have to go to a different department, you make sure you hit MV or you write down MV if you don't have a time card. MV means that move. You made a move to a different department and you put the department number down. And if you don't know the department numbers, be sure to ask your supervisor for these numbers. Because again, every time you make a move, it has to be accounted for, just so they can keep track of where you are in the building. That's the purpose of that. When you time out for the day, you'll hit ET or write down ET. ET means end tour. So these are just some necessary things you need to know when working there, because a lot of the times your trainer may not tell you right away, or your suit, because like I said, they could be extremely busy. Everybody's busy on getting mail moved around and mail moved out. Whatever your schedule is during orientation, it will not be the same once you start work. We have different tours, and we are actually designated different tours. Therefore, it will be totally different. But that's just the times they give you for orientation. For the temporary employees, you can still get health insurance benefits during the time that you're working for the post office. So if you're a temporary employee and you're working for 3 months, you can sign up for health insurance benefits as well, and you'll still be covered within those 3 months. Now, once you get let go, of course, you won't have those benefits, but if you need something for right now, or if it's something you're worried about, getting a checkup, be sure to sign up for those benefits. They have basically United States Postal Workers Health Insurance Benefits. That's through the APW, which is the union. If you aren't a part of the union, be sure to get a part of the union, because that's completely necessary. The union actually fights for things that you may not realize, or things that could possibly save your job and things of that nature, which I'll tell you more in a different video about what to look for when it comes to appointing a union steward, because you don't want to get just any union steward. If you see a union steward that's out there close with supervisors, you may not want to talk to them, because at the end of the day, they'll go back and tell the supervisor everything you told them, and guess what? The supervisor now got the ups on you. So you want somebody that's experienced and is basically there to protect you in the long run. But that pretty much ends this video. If you guys hadn't already, be sure to enter my $200 giveaway. I'll be announcing the winners for that shortly. Okay, you have until midnight to enter, because tomorrow morning, guess what? I'll be announcing my winner. I'll be doing this is that I'll be spinning the wheel. I have everybody that entered the giveaway name placed on this wheel, and wherever the name lands on, or the wheel lands on, whatever name it lands on, that's the winner for $100. And then I'll spin it again for the second winner for additional $100. So that's how I'll be doing it, and I'll show you guys the wheel, which is right now. And that's how I'll be doing the giveaway drawing. Also, thank you guys for all your support. I'm actually at 450 subscribers, baby. I'm on the way to 500. I can't believe it. I'm so excited to see where the Barbie gang gets us, because pretty soon we will no longer be a gang, y'all. We will be a nation. Can you believe it? We will be a nation. I never really saw myself actually getting so popular from post office videos. Literally, I just made a video saying I got hired at the post office, and it's been growing ever since. And when I look back, I came from 30 subscribers, to 450 subscribers for the Barbie gang. That's the blessing. And you know what? I can't do it without you guys. And that's why I'm giving back with my giveaways. And if you didn't win in this giveaway, don't worry, because I'm having more giveaways. I'm giving out more money, all right? Because when God blesses me, guess what? I'm blessing the people. The people that's been there for me, rocking with me with my channel, showing me nothing but love and support. And with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. And I just can't wait to see what the future holds with the Barbie gang. But in the meantime, I'm out. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Any additional questions in this video, be sure to ask #AskCreoleBarbie, and I will feature your question in my next video. In the meantime, I'm out.